Here we got one more answer too.
Let's see. Am I on? Okay. I just wanted to say that in Minnesota we are checking with the amino acids, and it is not necessarily the amount of protein. It's the right kind of amino acids, and there's been some tests done on that, and it's much better than what you think it is. I think it's kind of a secret. So, and let's see, I was going to say something else here too. Oh, as far as the yields go, in John's area there, he did get a lot of rain. From where I'm at, yields are going to be kind of average. We didn't get as much, but then again, I'm in a kind of a pocket. So yields from Pro Farmer and that group, they were saying that they are somewhat down. So areas are different. Thank you. Okay,
I had a question up here. Cost of production in the 08-09 to 09-010 for soybeans and corn. Kevin can do the corn. In the soybeans, our cost of production will be down, we think, in the next coming year. Our biggest problem is Monsanto came out with their prices on the new Roundup Ready to Yield genetics, and it's went from about $35 a bag to about $70 a bag. So that's going to be the big increase. But as far as, like I said, the fertilizer costs have dropped about in half, which is and fuel prices have came down. So we're looking at a lower cost of production for this coming year over last year.
Any more questions? I just have one question. You look at the farmers here at this table, I think they're generally, we're looking at some fairly young people, and I've heard that U.S. agriculture, many of the farmers are now getting up into their 70s and whatnot, and you show a picture of your family here. Are young people coming into this business, and does the future look like younger people and members of the family are going to keep farming tradition going in the United States?
It's a problem. My oldest son, especially in his field, all the seed companies are really working for young people to go out in the field and actually do the work in the field instead of in the laboratories. You've got plenty of people that are really smart that want to work inside. You've got very few that want to go and work out in the field and work in a rural setting. So, and as far as production ag, there's not as many as there once was. It's really hard to get started farming in the U.S. if you did not grow up into it because of the capital. Just an average size farm, I would say it would take close to $1 million, wouldn't you guys say, or more, to get started. There is no way that young people today can get into production ag without having somebody help them through the process, whether that's family or a neighbor or somebody. So it's a concern, but there are a few. The problem is they're just going to expand and become so large, is my opinion. Any more questions?
Just on the same thing, I asked this question about 4 years ago at an ag conference at Harvard, and the average age hasn't changed much over like 30 years, probably just getting fewer and fewer, that's all.
Right, yeah.
Okay, one more question. Boyet?
Good morning. Could you give us an idea how much of the crop will go to biodiesel?
I can guess. It's not very large. You got to realize in the U.S. we have a surplus of about 2 billion pounds of excess oil, and that's mainly because of trans fat issues that happened 3 or 4 years ago. And really our biodiesel industry is just taking that excess oil and utilizing it. We actually have a surplus right now in the U.S. of oil, so it's a very small percentage.
Thank you.
John, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Excellent
I'll be around.
presentation.